Hello guys, this is Adam aka Gaming Shepherd. Welcome back to It Moves. Now in the last episode we had to sleep by ourselves, oh no, and we had a bad dream. And now consequently we are also in a bad dream now that we went to sleep just the night after the last night. So seem to be in some sort of maze, and there are one sad face and one smiley face. I'm gonna follow the smiley face, do not go the ways the sad faces seem to lead. Okay, I can't walk here for some reason. Okay, I see. Then I have no choice. Where do I go here exactly? Where can I go? Everything is closed off here. I think I can hear something. I feel like I can definitely hear something. But I don't know. Oh, okay, that's a button. Did that do something, or... Hello? I see. I have to press them in a certain order. Okay. No. That was not right. Okay. Well then... And then this one, no. No, that was not it. And then it has to be this, that, and then a little bit of this, and then the last one is the sad face, that, and then we can keep going further into the abyss. What is this? Nothing of interest, I think. Fair enough. There's a figure there. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh shit. There's a face visible on the screen, but it's like you can see through it. A poster of some concert. It looks old. Okay, I can walk faster now for some reason. Wanted poster. Who's the wanted person? Some kind of machinery. Oh wow. That face is very disturbing. And a corp, what's that? Alright. Oh boy. We're getting a little faster now. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good. Instructions on how to use a fire extinguisher. Looks like a fan. Ventilation, maybe. The air is still stuffy though. I see. Uh-oh. What was that? There's figures walking around in here. This maze. Nothing of interest. No, okay. Is the face getting clearer? Or, like, is it getting clearer by itself? Or is it only getting clearer when I collect these figures, because I can't really tell. When you awaken from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears even when lucid. Something was moving, there's no doubt about that. At first I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, but there was enough light creeping in from the outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously woken me. That was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing, as if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then that I noticed my door shut as it had been as I'd fallen asleep. Perhaps my mom had checked in on me and the cat had sneaked into my room then. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat, but I quickly realized that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, and much more sinister. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. My heart raced as my eyes panicked, scanning the almost impenetrable darkness. I let out a cry. As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted on my mother. I could hear something stir on the other side of the house, but as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk bed suddenly started to shake violently as if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around as if tormented by malice. I did not want to jump down to safety as I feared the thing in the bottom bunk had reached out and grabbed me, pulling me into the darkness, so I stayed there, white knuckles clenching my own blanket like a shroud of protection. The wait seemed like an eternity. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I cried and my mother consoled me. Tears of fear followed by relief streamed down my face, yet through all of the horror and relief I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know. But as a child, I felt as if that unseen menace remained close, listening. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to go anywhere, be anywhere, but in that suffocating room. It was a Saturday and I played outside quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long, sloping garden in the back. We played there often as much of it was overgrown and we could hide in the bushes. climbing a huge sycamore tree which towered above all else, and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. As fun as it all was, occasionally my eye would turn to that small window in my room. Ordinary, slight, and innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Outside, the lush green surroundings of our garden filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room, watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. I didn't protest. I didn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this thing would be enraged if I so much as spoke of it. Another night came. Chapter 3: Factorized. Yes, we can save. A banner on a long pole that's too old and torn to make out details. Alright, so we're in some sort of sinister, like castle, hellish type of environment now, I'm not sure. A huge skull. A banner on a long pole, too old and torn to make out details. The door is firmly shut, so that's where I came from. From the land of those who are awakened. That door also closed on me. I see. Boy, whoever was the owner of this skull sure was very, very big. Big boy. Uh-oh. A huge skull. It's got eyes now. Blinking eyes. It's gonna get worse, isn't it? Yeah, I see. Okay. What now? Something's about to happen. It's... yeah, oh. Oh shit, what is this now? Some kind of altar? Oh no. Am I being sacrificed? A large fan circulating the stuffy air. Oh no. Oh, this is very sinister. A picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture is in too bad shape to make out any details. What's this? Okay. can't go there. There's something in the way. So... I see. Looks like something used to pour out of these. Okay, seems like I need to activate something. Wait. Why does these two light dots leave me when I walk down here? And what are they, for that matter? I should have mentioned that earlier. Like, it's not that I didn't notice it, it's just... I don't know. Just didn't mention them for some reason. I did notice them again. Let's see, some kind of machine. Alright. What do we do now then? Wait, hello. Oh my. Somebody's watching us. Always watching. Bad. Okay. What's this now? Looks almost like the lights on the runway at airport. Oh yeah. But there's also a lot of blood here. You might wanna... Aren't you gonna make any comment on that? Guess not. So what exactly do we do here again? I mean... I don't know what to do here really. I mean, the best I can come up with is we need to activate something, like a button or something. I see, yeah, there's like a room down there to the left, but everything is blocked off, so we can't. What do we do about that exactly? I need to explore a little closer, I would presume. Right. Okay, for instance, this weird platform over here, is there... There's nothing here, but... I don't know, like, there's not really much in terms of clues around here. Like, what do I do exactly? Just a hello right near the machine, the weird machine, but other than that we've got nothing right now. Is that what I have to make do it now? Just a whole lot of nothing. Is that it? Wait. Oh, there we go. I still noticed that that area was not blocked off. Sorry about that. So... am I hearing something? Or someone? What other area? It's now been unlocked, is the question. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even notice that figure standing there until the last second there. How are you? I mean, I'm good, I guess. I mean, save for the fact that I'm having a fucking nightmare right now. Sure, I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. Then what? Not there. Not there, so... whoa, wait. Some kind of machine. It wasn't giving off smoke earlier. Did somebody sabotage it? What happened? Okay, that area is still blocked off. But here, on the other hand, here's where the money's at. Creepy mask. Why don't you wear it then? What's the worst that can happen except that it's cursed, you know? Oh. Hello. Oh, you're looking very, very happy right now, huh? Oh my. Whoa. Oh. Now the mask is here. Weird. How weird is that? Oh my. Blood, that's the answer. There's already liquid pouring out. It's blood, buddy. More blood. Blood of all the victims. All the poor souls who have walked through here and ended up in this area in their most darkest nightmares. Just like I have now. So a pile of corpses here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Hello? Why are you wearing a sack on your head? Hold on. What now? I haven't been in here. Right. There we go. And then we go down here. What now? What's that gonna give us? Oh shit. What? Oh no. It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness alone, frightened, aware of a rotting change in the atmosphere, a thickening of the air as if something had displaced it. As I heard the first casual twists of the bed sheets below, the first anxious increase of my heartbeat at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk. That word. A word which had been sent into exile, filtered through my consciousness, breaking free of all repression, gasping for air, screaming, etching and carving itself into my mind. ghost. As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitor had ceased moving. The bed sheets lay calm and dormant, but they had been replaced by something far more hideous. A slow, rhythmic, rasping breath evidently escaped from the thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and falling with each sordid, wheezing and garbled breath. I shuddered and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay as it had the previous night in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed, all but for the perverted breath of my as yet unseen bunkmate. I lay there terrified. I just wanted this thing to go, leave me alone. What did it want? Then something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved in a way different from before. When it threw itself around the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose, almost animalistic. For that thing lying there in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and nonchalantly sat up. Its labored breathing had become louder. Now only a mattress and a few flimsy wooden slats separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears, a fear which mere words cannot relate to you or anyone else coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear could have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this thing would look like, sitting there listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination then turned to an unnerving reality. It began to touch the wooden slats which my mattress sat on. It seemed to caress them carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Then, with great force, it prodded angrily between two slats into the mattress. Even through the padding, it felt as though someone had viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I let out an almighty cry, and the wheezing, shaking, and moving thing in the bunk below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as it had done the night before. Small flakes of peel powdered onto my blanket from the wall as the frame of the bed scraped along it, backwards and forwards. Once again I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring as she always was, with a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course she asked what was wrong, but I could not say. I dared not say. I simply said it one word over and over again. Nightmare. This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as to not provide this abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk. Seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way I managed to feign illness a few times and come up with other less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed. But more often than not, I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. The room where the light from outside did not sit right alone with that thing. Each time you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I had come to realize that, for whatever reason, this thing could not harm me when my mother was present. I'm sure the same would have been said for my father, but as loving as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all, thanks to the nightmares. Chapter 4: Anger Overload. Yes, we're gonna save, and then that is gonna be it for this episode of It Moves. Thank you very much for watching this episode, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see where this goes in the next episode. Bye for now.